Zeus, where are you going? It's got to find a mouse. Or two, or three. Saw old signs of them up in the hayloft the other day. Anyways, I always put Zeus on the job. Okay guys, we need to fix a gate. I thought I'd bring you along for this little tiny journey. So you see here, gates like this suck, for one. Don't buy these things, ever, if you can help it. They're these ones that have these useless little clamped on bits here. And what they end up doing is slipping. And then if you look at the bolt, it's all rusted out. You know, it's garbage. You can't move it, you can't tighten it. And even if you could tighten it on, let's see, where have I got a different one? Even if you could tighten it on, I'll show you what happens to these things. Let's see if this one's got the problem. Yeah, it's sort of, you can tighten it and tighten it, but what ends up happening here is that, look at that, they just end up crimping anyways. You know, the whole piece just crimps on, and then you've got, bottom line is they're garbage. Try not to buy them if you can help it, but if you do, I have a quick fix for you. Because the gates themselves are pretty good, it's just the hinging mechanism that's awful. So I saw this at a barn, and then I also saw it on a couple of gates that I bought. Ugh, let's put you guys here for now. So what you want to do is stop this from moving at all. Now, the easiest way to do this, I'm not going to say this is the absolute best way, but it's an easy way, is you take your drill with a good drill bit, drill a hole straight through both the, I'm going to call this the hanger, and the post itself. But first we have to get this thing into position, which is up much higher. So let's do that now. Okay, I've got with me a 2x4, and essentially I want to move the whole gate up about this much. So I need to be able to support the whole gate. So what will happen here is I'll place this 2x4 underneath here, which will lift it up onto that top pin, which, let's make sure you can see that pretty well, like so, like that. Okay, so this top pin here, let's move this out of the way so I don't, gotta fix that as well. So you'll see here as I lift, yeah, I'm gonna loosen the chain a smidge here. Okay, so that gives me a little bit of play. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift this up onto that top hinge where I want it to sit. Now I want it to sit right there. Ideally, it's going to sit pretty tight. So when I've got that in place, I then place the 2x4 underneath. That's not bad. Let's line the bottom one up a bit better. Something like that. Like that. Alright, it's held up. So let's do an overview really fast. What's happening? So right now we've got this sitting up quite a bit higher because this whole bracket or hanger has moved upwards, as you can see by all the scrape marks, right? So now that the top one is sitting correctly, I now need to make this bottom one sit down onto there. Now the easiest way to do this job, property maintenance. It's fun. The easiest way to do this is to just bang it down. Okay, a little more. Like that. And something like that. Another thing that happens with these things is they get turned. So just try to line it up as best as our eyeballs can manage. And now we have the top one sitting mostly correctly and the bottom one sitting mostly correctly, because mostly correctly is pretty darn good. So we're shooting for pretty darn good. Okay, next step. When you feel like just maybe you've got things right, take a drill and we're going to drill right through. It's actually moving just a little. Just with my pressure alone. Okay, let's keep going. Nope. Okay, with a hole all the way through, we take a simple nail. Let me show you. Okay, let's poke this nail through. That's the hard part. Should just go straight, but tends not to. Okay, so when it sits flush on this side, that's pretty good. You can take some vice grips or whatever, and we want to actually, I'm going to put the pokey part on the other side. Okay, with the nail coming through, we want to just bend that down. And you have what is essentially a fixed gate. We're all done. Time for a coffee. Where's my dog?